Hey there, Dr. Charlene here, Recovery Blueprint. I want to talk about gluten, dairy, and soy, which you've probably heard me talk about ad nauseum, but I want to cover this from the Western side of why gluten, dairy, and soy are bad for the thyroid, and then the Eastern side of why those three are bad. So we're kind of coming at this from multiple angles as well as multiple thousands of years of knowledge that this isn't beneficial to the body, especially the modern versions of these foods. So, in Western science, we know that gluten, dairy, and soy, these three proteins, so gluten is a protein, dairy's primary protein is casein, and then I believe soy's protein is just itself soy. But these three proteins look almost the same as one another, and they look almost the same as thyroid tissue. So, if you have Hashimoto's, your body is already primed to attack your thyroid tissue. And if you eat gluten, dairy, or soy, or all three, let's say you get a tofu and cheese pizza or something like that. You eat all three of those types of proteins or any one of them, and it gets into your digestive system, and your digestive enzymes don't snip those protein codons basically down into digestible sizes. It snips them incorrectly, and it's going to look like thyroid tissue because they're so similar to one another. Those four types of protein are so similar to one another. And so if your digestive enzymes aren't perfect, and who's perfect, it's going to look like thyroid tissue, and then your thyroid is going to start attacking in the gut. And it can go a step further if you have leaky gut, or the fancy way to say it, intestinal permeability. Those proteins can leak out into the bloodstream, and then your body can go off and attack anywhere that your blood flows, which is everywhere. So let's look at the Eastern medicine side of this. Now, gluten, dairy, and soy, those three are very damp inducing, is what we would call it. So through my program, we work on this damp situation in stage 2, which is where we focus on digestion. So digestion and dampness often are found together, but our digestive system doesn't like excess dampness. It doesn't like too much. And so if you can imagine having a milkshake, so that's milk plus ice cream, and it's all mixed together and it's cold. And if you ever had a milkshake, or if you've ever had cheese or anything like that, and you get that little ball of phlegm stuck in your throat, that is something that we would call damp. It's not moving the natural fluids through the body very efficiently. And so those three foods, gluten, dairy, and soy, have a propensity to cause dampness in the body. And like I said, the damp is stage 2 in my program, where I teach people the 4 stages of healing, and we focus on digestion. And so it's very important to remove those damp inducing foods from your diet while you're healing through this process. It doesn't mean that you are going to avoid those foods 100% for the rest of your life. It might be that once you healed and we've turned that switch of autoimmunity from the on position to the off position, that you might be able to have some of these foods periodically over time. I would, of course, recommend that you buy close to nature, organic as possible. But while you're healing, until you've turned off the autoimmunity, it's really important to avoid those damp-inducing foods, the top ones being gluten, dairy, and soy. So this is all about those 3 foods to avoid and the East meets West kind of explanation of them. If you would like to learn more, and you want to see what it's like to go through that 4-stage healing process in my group, you can join as a guest for free. Just go to charlenelawrence.com. All right, I hope this was helpful. As always, be well.